Perhaps I should feel some twinge of guilt at all I have done, but I've had little time for scruples. It was once an honor to be entombed within these ancient catacombs, but centuries have passed, and now only the brave or foolhardy walk these tunnels. Perhaps I'm the last living soul here, although I'm far from alone. This is not my story, although I am the architect of what transpires. A conspirator in the ruination that threatens the heretic kingdoms, and the most unlikely of alliances that might yet save us all.
Thou summons me. What is thy pact?
I seek only that we shall both survive.
Thou hast a liar's tongue, and cannot be trusted.
I do not ask you to trust me, nor should you. I would betray you without hesitation, if I deemed it necessary. But we are fortunate, you and I. We have the same enemies. Our only hope lies in partnership, which is precisely why I have summoned you here, demon. You were summoned without a pact, so whichever soul you devour will now bind you to a path beyond anyone's control. Choose wisely, demon. Evia, the daughter of fire, a princess of the Imperial Garulian Empire. She would have been God Empress if she had not rebelled. She died on the Reliquary Crusade 3 centuries ago. I don't know how. A mage with incredible potential. She had not only harnessed the elemental power of flame, but also learned the mysterious ways of the Sand Mage. Choose Evia if you wish to harness the arcane powers of a mage.
Did I... Am I dead? What is this place?
I know not of this place, but thou art indeed dead. That soul is mine now.
This cannot be! Mother, is this your revenge?
Can you hear me, daughter of fire?
I can.
Do you remember the Reliquary Crusade? Do you recall how you died?
Lady Mara, Tarin, and the others. We were raiding my mother's vault in order to defeat her. I do not remember what happened.
Tarin betrayed you, but I never learned what transpired. This mystery is yours to solve, I'm afraid.
Do not speak as if I am not present, mortals.
Patience, demon. Your fate is bound to Evia's now, as is my own. Now make haste to the city of Thul that lies above this crypt. A cenotaph can transport you there. Our fates are bound together, demon. Either we shall find a way to survive together, or we shall both surely perish.
Thou threatens me?
No. Something far more dangerous than I threatens us all. Join me in the Tholian Arcanum as soon as you can. We have much to discuss.
This be a lesson to you. These are the catacombs beneath Thul, yet they are in ruins.
Thou dost not fear me?
I'm a princess of the Imperial family. I fear no demon.
Thou shouldst fear me. Thy soul is mine.
You keep telling yourself that. It's unfortunate, but the path has crumbled.
Let me investigate this in shadows.
My knowledge of the arcane arts grows.
shall show thee true power. Such a weak soul.
What others have begun, Evia shall finish. Prepare for death.
Pathetic! I shall handle this myself.
Must I do everything myself? You shall become naught but dust.
Thou art already dead.
My life ebbs.
This must be the cenotaph the hooded man spoke of. Its power breaches shadow. There is much I might do here. This cenotaph is erected upon the graves of many dead mortals. It shall be easy to gate-weave back to this place, should I find another such monument. And I sense a gate here already. The hooded man's work, mayhap. It must be the way out he mentioned. This place?
It's the regional garrison at Thule, or it was. It lies in ruins. Was there a war? No. These stones fell centuries ago.
Thou hast been dead a long time, mortal.
Then what has become of my mother's empire? Were we victorious? Has the Gerulian god empress fallen?
Perched atop an ancient stone plateau, amidst the red sands of the Outlands, lies the city of Thole. Centuries ago, it was a major garrison for the Gerulian Empire, and there may even have been a settlement prior to this era. These days, Thole is a city of thieves and outcasts. Fugitives of all kinds come here to avoid complications in neighboring nations. Not everyone in Thole has a price upon his head, but no one who dwells here is innocent. The Guild of Steel like to call themselves mercenaries, protecting the few caravans that ply their trade across the desert. Yet those that do not pay for their protection find the guild equally adept at brigandage. The Guild of Silk call themselves merchants, and do indeed sell all manner of goods and trinkets, though it is best not to ask them from whence they came. A vast stone gate is all that remains of the barbican that once defended these walls. Now, it guards the city of Thole once more from the horde of nomads that besiege it. For 3 years, I have been hiding here amid the detritus of the heretic kingdoms. But it is only a matter of time before my former allies locate me, and I am running out of places to hide.
I should be the one to talk for us here. I demand an immediate audience with the Imperator of Thole.
Imperator? No one has held that title for 300 years.
Then you are in charge of Thole?
I am Duke Darmok Cadasta, Intendant of Thole.
On whose authority do you rule?
I am a vassal of Baron Tar Avenger. And you are?
You may call me Evia. I am visiting Thole incognito to pursue a personal matter, so I would appreciate your discretion.
If this is about vengeance, I ask you that you keep your dueling from the streets. It is bad enough that we are besieged without duels breaking out.
Thole is under siege.
Indeed. A horde of nomads under the command of an exiled Taimurian berserker.
Thole's defenses have protected it from assault for centuries.
Aye, and the city shall not fall under my watch. Welcome to Thole, Evia. I will keep my eye on you. Te ma al ortas.
300 years. You shall become naught but dust. This looks like the Arcanum. I wonder who has a key. letter. The skeleton of an Ishkai and a human. What transpired, I wonder?
This be a lesson to you. Prepare for death.
Pathetic! I shall embarrass myself.
Must I do everything myself?
shall show thee true power. Show thyself, coward! Art thou afraid to face me? What in hell? Show thyself, coward!
Are you the Silk Master?
I am the head of the Guild of Silk, milady.
Guild of Silk? When were the merchants allowed to form guilds?
Milady, who in the city is going to stop us?
Forgive me. Thole is not as I remember it.
Really? It's the same old crap hole it's ever been. My name is Arashad. How should I address you, milady?
Call me Evia.
Please, ask your questions.
What do you know about a Sura mercenary coming to Thole?
This is really none of my business. Please, leave me out of this. Please, ask your questions.
What can you tell me about the Gerulian Empire?
Why do you want to know?
It's a personal matter. When did the Empire fall?
Oh, some 3 centuries ago. I don't know much about it. Something about the sword and the theocrat. The start of a terrible era for some lands, I understand. I only really know the history of Thol, I'm afraid. You have questions?
What survives from the Empire in Thol?
Precious little, milady. This once mighty settlement is reduced to ruins. The Tholian catacombs were once a very popular burial site for Garolian nobles, I'm told. But without one of the catacomb keys, it would be hard to explore too far. However, I've read that there might be an imperial tomb somewhere in the chambers to the west. If this part of history interests you, you should certainly search around the burial grounds. That place is crawling with aphotic spiders, though, so be careful, my lady. You have questions?
How fares the Guild of Silk?
Alas, 'tis a bad time to be a Tholian merchant. The city is surrounded by a horde of nomads intent on sacking it. Terrible things lurk in the shadows of the catacombs. On the other hand, Guild of Silk profits are up this quarter. Nothing like a siege to drive up the price of food, huh? Please, ask your questions.
How long will the supplies last?
Hard to say, really. Possibly a year? If a sandstorm forces the nomads to retreat, even longer. Not to mention that the Intendant is an excellent gate weaver. He may have means to help us beyond even this. It's an inconvenience, but there are bigger dangers within the walls than without. You have questions?
What can you tell me about the Intendant?
Very little, milady. He overthrew my father as Intendant. I had no love for my father, but he was bloodkin, you know? I do not trust the Duke, and not just because he's in the Order of the Veil. Everyone knows the Order is just the thin veneer of respectability the Inquisition uses to cloak its institutional corruption. Thol would be better off without him. You have questions?
Might I render you aid in return for something?
Milady, it would be my honor to have your assistance in a number of problematic situations. I've lost a few merchants to aphotic spider attacks at night. Nasty creatures. And recently hiding in every shadow, it seems. There's also a more, delicate matter. One involving, shall we say, a reappropriation of assets. How can I help?
I can take care of the aphotic spiders for you.
I would be most grateful, milady. Bring me the carcasses of 10 spiders, and I'll pay you 5 apiece. Search inside the burial grounds, southwest of the market. They seem to be infesting there in great numbers. How can I help?
What do you need stolen, and why?
When he defeated my father and became Intendant, Darmok also took something. A sword, a family heirloom, you might say. It was given to my father by my grandfather, and to him by his father before him. Darmok gave it to the mercenaries as a gift, to secure his alliance with them. But the sword is mine by right of birth, and I want it back. Take this key. It will open the cellar to the Guild of Steel. The sword will be down there somewhere, I'm certain. Far too valuable as a bargaining chip for anyone to be wielding it. Find the sword and bring it back to me. I will pay you 200 in return. You will know it by the engraved pattern of 2 entwined serpents on the hilt and blade. How can I help?